Saudi Arabia and Iran move closer to war. How does each side's military strength compare? Long-term rivals, the two nations have seen tensions escalate in recent days after a series of explosive incidents. The latest has seen Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman accuse Iran of arming militias, something he warned could be considered an act of war. It comes after Saudi Arabia intercepted a rocket fired by militia near the airport in its capital city, something they blamed Iran for. Meanwhile, Iran has done little to calm the situation, mocking Saudi Arabia and accusing it of hypocrisy. Iran's Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif posted on Twitter this week, "KSA bombs Yemen to smithereens, killing thousands of innocents including babies, spreads cholera and famine, but of course blames Iran." Manpower. Iran is nearly 3 times as populous as Saudi Arabia, and this advantage is reflected when comparing the two states' manpower. According to military observers GlobalFirepower.com, Saudi Arabia boasts a total military personnel of 934,000, a huge total made of 534,000 active personnel and 400,000 in reserve. The analysis site said across the country there are just under 40 million fit-for-service civilians to recruit from if war did break out. Less populous Iran, however, lags sharply in terms of manpower. Its total military personnel is just over 250,000, of which 25,000 are held in reserve. It has 14 million people to choose from in a military emergency. Aircraft. Despite its smaller size, however, Saudi Arabia's Air Force leaves Iran's idling on the runway. The country's armed forces boast 790 aircraft, from fighter jets to transport planes to attack helicopters. Iran, however, owns just 477 military aircraft, with transport aircraft making up the largest category, unlike Saudi Arabia, which had more attack aircraft than any other kind. Military vehicles. Saudi Arabia again makes up for its relatively small population in this category. It boasts 1,142 combat tanks and almost 5,500 armored fighting vehicles. Iran owns more tanks, at 1,161, but just 1,315 fighting vehicles. Artillery. Modern warfare is increasingly fought less on battlefields and instead in control rooms hundreds of thousands of miles from danger. In this category, Iran really flexes its military might, boasting 1,474 rocket projectors and nearly 2,500 types of artillery. Saudi Arabia struggles here, with just 322 rocket projectors and less than 1,000 types of artillery. Navy. The two countries do not share a border but do face each other across the Persian Gulf. With this in mind, the two countries' naval strength is a key factor to consider in the event of all-out war. GlobalFirepower.com estimates Iran's total naval assets at 398, largely made up of patrol craft. Saudi Arabia's navy numbers just 55 assets. Like Iran, it does not boast a single aircraft carrier, and its most numerous category is patrol craft.